If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, let me give you a rundown. Basically, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need, all in one place. Here's how it works. Anchor lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to the most popular listening platforms, including Spotify, with a single tap. Anchor is also the only place you can publish video podcasts to Spotify. With Anchor, creators can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. That's right, it won't cost you a dime. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. You won't regret it. Welcome to Of Men, For Men. Here we'll discuss issues pertaining to the modern day man. Subjects like health, wealth, lifestyle, gear, and relationships. So join me as we dive into the world of men for men. Hello, and welcome to the Of Men, For Men podcast. I am your host, James Rodney Lee Max. Yeah. All right, come on in, kick back, relax, grab yourself a cool one. I got the overhead fan going on blast, so if you hear any noise in the background, that's what it is. It's hot down here, folks. It's hot. Okay. I'm sure some of y'all feeling the heat too, right? All right. Yeah, it's been a while. Man, what's that song? And it's been a while since I could hold my head up high. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a minute. I had to take some much needed time off. It wasn't planned. It just kind of happened that way, but that's the way things are. Anybody that's listened to this podcast for any length of time knows that, this thing is run on a shoestring and a loose schedule. And that's fine. That's the way I like it. I don't want things to be too rigorous. Life is too rigorous already, right? There's too much strain and there's too much on our shoulders already, to try to add some more. And, I try not to do that. I try to bring you something uplifting and entertaining and, something you could chew on and figure it out for yourself, Unlike the government, I'm not trying to tell you how you live your life. I just bring you what I do, and it's up to you ultimately to decide, right? And hopefully you get entertained a little bit on the way. You might learn a little something. I've been kind of struggling with what to do with the podcast. I want to keep it, mainly towards men's issues, but I do touch on politics from time to time, but it's getting to where if I don't include it, then I'm really denying myself and who I am and what I'd like to talk about, because those things include you. It's not like I just want to talk about politics. Anybody, got an opinion, right? And mine is not necessarily right. Okay. But I want to bring you a viewpoint. And again,
have you listen to it and you figure out what works for you. Because these things affect you on a daily basis. The government is at war with us. They're at war with their own people. And that's a terrible thing. So, you're going to hear a little bit more of that, but it'll all be pertaining to men. It won't just, be a straight up, political podcast. It won't be that way. Anytime I bring up politics, it'll be based on how it affects you as a man. Okay. I don't want you to misunderstand me. And that's the way I've tried to do it, in the past. And that's the way I'm going to continue to do it. But, you might hear a little bit more of it. And if some of you fall away, that's okay. I understand. It's not for everybody. I don't expect you to hang around and listen to something that, you don't care about or care to listen to. But I have to be true to myself, and I want to be true to you and bring you what I feel is important. Okay. So that's mainly what that's all about. So, like I said, I took a little bit of time off there, little unplanned time out, and kind of hashed out some stuff, and figured that's just the way I'm just gonna have to do that. Okay. All right, gentlemen. Well, let's get on to what I want to talk about today. Enough of that. Pursuit, chasing. Here's another song. It's not the kill, it's the thrill of the chase. Deep Purple. For some men, that's it. It's the thrill of the chase, right? But I want to suggest, gentlemen, don't be chasing no females. Don't be pursuing females. Don't waste your time, your energy, your attention, your money. All right, pursuing females. Excuse me. There's a portion of men out there that believe, man, if I just get this car, I'll be happy. If I just get this house, I'll be happy. If I just get this girl, I'll be happy. If you're looking for your happiness in something else, you wrong. And you're never gonna find it. You're gonna have to find that happiness, that inner peace in yourself. You're really gonna have to do some soul searching and be happy with yourself before you're gonna be happy with anybody else. Right? You can't expect somebody else to make you happy. That's sometimes what females do, They get in a marriage, he makes me so happy, and they get married, and then later on down the road, I'm not happy. Well, it's not his job to make you happy. Right? He's out there trying to, provide a living and put a roof over the head and keep the lights on. Right? You need to find your own happiness. Now I'm talking about males and females. I ain't beating up on no particular person here. No race, no gender. Right? You really have to find that peace, that peace and that happiness in and of yourself. Now I know females like it. Some of them like it when you put in a little effort, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with putting in a little effort, right? Showing them, hey, I'm genuinely interested, right? I'm pursuing a relationship, so to speak, but don't chase after the woman just because she looks a certain way or acts a certain way. If she starts showing no interest or starts playing you or kicking you to the curb, man, tell her to kick rocks. Have more self-respect for yourself than to keep on, right? You don't need to be begging nobody for nothing. You much better than that. Seriously, gentlemen. And if you keep on, showering her with gifts and attention, and pursuing her in that way, she's gonna lose interest in you. It's the guys that don't show them any interest at all. I mean, that's what I found over time and experience. The guys that just play them off, those are the ones that they go after. It ain't the guy that they could have easily over here, Mr. Deep Pockets. The guy that would take care of him and actually cares about him, and would do him right. They don't care about nothing about him at all until they hit about 40, right? After they done been on the carousel for a while and run through like the Holland Tunnel, now they ready to settle down, and he gets the leftovers. See, but up until then, it's Chad and Tyrone who's constantly just, plowing through and kicking them to the curb. They'll go after that. Females are funny, man. I'm telling you. But they're gonna lose interest in you. They're gonna lose respect for you, and that's the biggest thing you as a man need is respect. In any relationship, whether it's from a man or a woman, whether it's friendship or a romantic interest or what have you, you got to have respect for that other person, right? And if she don't respect you, you're done. She's gonna treat you any old kind of way because she don't respect you. Have respect for yourself. Have respect for yourself. Pursue your interests, right? Pursue your goals. Pursue your happiness, right? Your hobbies, what makes you happy. That's what you ought to pursue. Pursue a better life for yourself. Elevate yourself. And then later on down the road, they might not come crawling right away, but later on they'll be knocking. And then you can pick and choose. Then you'll have the choice. You can pick the younger ones, the ones that ain't been all beat up. Take care of yourself. Pursue your own self-interest, man. Get yourself some, pursue a healthy living, pursue healthy lifestyle, man. Take care of yourself, take care of your body. We don't have the advantage of hair and makeup and, implants and all that they can do. If you got your body and your face and your hair, and if you ain't got hair in the face, you better do something with that body. So, get yourself in decent, you don't have to be a bodybuilder, my friends, but get yourself in decent shape, firm yourself up a little bit, right? Do the best you can, get some nice threads. You don't have to, I post stuff about, dressing nice on a budget and, wear nice shoes on a budget and accessories like watches and stuff like that on a budget. Those are things that they notice. A well-dressed man, somebody who carries himself with confidence, that's what you want, confidence. And if you're pursuing them, if you're chasing them, that's a show of no confidence. It's like you begging. Don't be begging. You want them to know that you have other stuff to do besides them. You see what I'm getting at? You got other stuff to do. You should have confidence in yourself. And, and that comes with the way you carry yourself, the way you're dressed, how you look. You can look nice on a budget. You don't have to go out and spend tons of money. I'm not talking about that at all. There's lots of ways to look nice, feel nice, right? On a budget. You can do it. I think every man should look good. You should always, I don't know about y'all, but I was raised when you leave the house, I know my mom said, you better put on some clothes. Not like these people you see out there in Walmart right now in their pajamas and bedroom shoes and their hair up and stuff like that. I don't know what's wrong with these people. You see them all the time on the internet in these clips where they start acting a fool, and look at how they dressed. Right? They either dressed like a 304, like they out there walking the street, or they dressed like they just got up out of bed and walked into the store. Either one of the two. They ain't just dressed normal, dressed nice, dressed conservatively. They either dress like a 304 or like they just woke up. I mean, I see it all the time. I'm like, man, where do these people come from? Man, didn't they get raised right? Mama, you better change. If you was outside doing something, as long as your pants was clean, you could keep them. But you better put on a shirt, wash your face, comb your hair, wash your hands and face, comb your hair. Before you go somewhere, you don't just run out the door. You wasn't going nowhere with her if you didn't look right. I was like, yeah, you better put something on. I remember her stopping my dad. Like, you ain't going nowhere with me looking like that. You better go back in that room and fix yourself. Otherwise this has to be sitting home. And she'd be spending his money without him there. She didn't play. But that's because you don't know who you're gonna run into, right? Out in the street. You might get in an accident, right? You don't want to be in some old dirty drawers, or in your pajamas, or looking like a 304 and you get in an accident. You don't know what's about to happen. So you want to be dressed decent, you want to look nice. Right? But I don't want to make it a fashion show. But like I said, pursue those things. Pursue, your education. Pursue, your interests. Get off the dating apps and all that mess. Get off of there. That's all been played out. And with these females now, accusing men of doing this, that, and the other, your best bet is to stay away from all of that. You better find a female, in the library, in the church house. And I'm not saying every female in the church house is, unstained, because there's a lot of men there that need some help. Okay. But if you're going to find, you can find females or meet females in other places, right? That whole dating app stuff, like I said, I did it in the early 2000s, and I thought it was wrecked up then, because I didn't find anything, there, worth pursuing long term. I had some short term relationships, we enjoyed each other's company, and we had fun, and took care of a little business. But it wasn't anything long term. And I doubt seriously. I mean, the odds are you find somebody on a dating app you're going to spend any time with is just about nil and none. But, find yourself. Pursue yourself. Don't pursue females left and right. Like I said, I've told you a story before. I had a friend, every time we went out, he was always gawking and looking at every female, eyeballing every female. And I told him, I said, man, dude, because, even I got tired of it. I'm like, I thought we was out here trying to have a good time, just me and you, hanging out and having a good time, a couple of fellas hanging out. I wasn't out looking for no female. We was just going out having a good time, If you run into one, that's fine. But I ain't scanning the room, but that's what he would be doing. He'd be, oh, look at that girl over there. Look at that girl over there. Look. Yeah, I was like, I told him, I said, Holmes, dude, just stop. Stop it. Man, just go out, have a good time, enjoy yourself. Other people will see that, and they'll be attracted to that, and they'll come up to you. You don't need to be eyeballing everybody and all the females in the room, right? There's desperation in that, right? I'm like, come on, man. And ain't none of y'all out there need to be desperate. I'm telling you, before you even reach out to a female for texting or calling or anything, I suggest you take care of your business on your own. You know what I'm talking about. Because y'all know y'all do some dumb stuff, when you trying to get a little bit. You'll say stuff, promise stuff, make plans, and then later on you'll be like, oh damn, why did I do that? It's because, you was wanting to get a little bit. Now, now later on your mind's done changed. Don't talk to them. Don't make plans. When you in that mood and you won't get something, right? Don't do it. You setting yourself up. Setting yourself up for failure, gentlemen. Don't do that. Man, I want you guys to take care of yourself, man. I want you guys to win. I want you to win. And if you just take some of these little simple strategies, take them and implement them however you see fit in your life, I think you might see some positive results, right? Try it. You ain't got nothing to lose, right? How's everything working out for you right now? Right? Right? Try it. See how it works. Take care of yourself first and foremost, right? Don't pursue yourself, your best self, instead of, pursuing a female. All right, gentlemen, I appreciate your time, your patience, especially your patience, waiting it out with me for a few weeks. It's about 3 weeks, wasn't it? So I appreciate that. Check out the social media sites, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, Parler, Gab, right? Locals. All of them are a little bit different. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. I really do. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can do so with the support button on the app that you're using right now to support this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, gentlemen. I have been James Rodney Lemax, and you have been great. Yeah. Oh, yeah, come on.
This will be a weekly podcast. You can find it on the Anchor app and anywhere podcasts are available. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. I look forward to seeing you there.